Personal tool number 5. Here are some easy to understand steps that you could take, that you communicate that silence isn't your solution. This is, of course, when somebody is giving you silence. You can at least try it. It might not make a difference, but you will know you tried. And they can't ever say, well, you never told me that this bothered you. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you now. Set a time limit for the silence if you can. If somebody's using it on you and you've just had it, it's okay for you to also set your own time limit. The saying, okay, you know what? If I don't hear from them by this is enough. You have the right to do that. And you have the right to stick to that. And if you choose to bend that a little bit, you have the right to do that too. Do not fall into, I wonder what he's thinking. Is he thinking this? Looking at it. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We are responsible for getting our thoughts and our words out. So the more you try to mind read, the more they're going to get used to that. And the more they might expect that. Even if you're really good at it, you should not have to. Define how you want to be treated. I've already talked about that, but I'll say it again. You get to decide what you will tolerate. And then again here, state your willingness to walk away if things don't approve. I wasn't sure if I wanted to include this, but I actually purposely included it because sometimes couples forget that it is an honor and a privilege to have this beautiful human being in your life. And you mustn't squander that opportunity and that gift. Sometimes we need to be reminded of how lucky we are to have this amazing person and how we have to honor them the way we want to be honored. And that we should not be assuming that they will tolerate so much just because they have tolerated so much. Ooh, heavy stuff. Some examples. I need us to talk things through instead of go silent. These are, some examples if silence is being used on you. I won't guess what's bothering you. Like these are, again, things that you can add to your tools that you might be able to tailor to yourself, or maybe you like them just the way they are. When we don't talk for days, it makes me feel disconnected and alone. I like this part, the last part. If this becomes a pattern, I'm not sure what this means for our future. I'm not saying you willy-nilly threaten to break up or leave the relationship or divorce or separate just because it's there. Do not make those threats if you are not behind those and if you don't mean them. And I'm also not suggesting that at around every corner you do threaten, because that's not going to help either. Only threaten if you really do mean it and you are at that point. And so do not give idle threats. I would hate it if my husband gave me idle threats or threats that I didn't think were called for. Use that with discernment. More examples if you are the one who needs the silence. I just need a few minutes. I'll be back. I get overwhelmed with conversations. I really need us to take down the heat. These are going to be helpful for you in the future instead of scuttling away. These could have been helpful to me when I was using it. I could have put a time limit, for example, to say, give me 15 minutes, give me 2 hours, and then we'll talk. And I could have stood by that if I'd made that promise.